Yeah. So today's topic is mindfulness, the power of now. Yeah. And I'm quite sure most of us have heard about this. I'm quite sure that many of them must have read one or the other book or have attended some session, heard it on the YouTube. Something must have been there. So you have some idea about what is mindfulness, and if you haven't heard, that's perfectly okay. Yeah? There's nothing to worry about. Yeah. And just we are going to add a little more to whatever we know, a practical aspect to it. And that is what I'm intending to do. That how do we bring about something that is very practical in our, rather than just having a theoretical understanding about it. Yeah. Just a conceptual knowledge. We bring about a practical understanding to this. So let's move ahead. So what is mindfulness? Yeah. So this is about me. I just have to add, I have just homeopathy physician, a new life educator, integrative wellness therapist, counselor, health psychologist, relationship wellness counselor, Tai Chi and Qigong facilitator, and a trainer for somatic integration, transactional and clinical hypnotherapy, and also an author of a book now that is giving up something to receive everything, which is Amazon, which is available on Kindle and Amazon as paperback and hard book. So that is a new one that I've added. So that's my first book. Yeah. And so talking about today, what we're going to do is understand what is mindfulness and basically how do you move from mindful, yeah, you can see this, from mindful to being mindful, just being mindful about what's happening. Yeah. And that is what we'll understand what is mindfulness, and then what are the benefits of mindfulness and the types of mindfulness and mindfulness practice. Yeah. And we'll bring about here and there. So I just want you to, first of all, what I want you to do is, all of you, just quickly, I want you to just move your hands very fast. Any hand. Yeah. Just move very fast, or just move it up and down or this way. Just do it. Yeah. Do it. Don't expect anything. Yeah. Don't expect anything. Just do it. Okay. Yeah. Stop. And now do it slowly. Just do it very slowly. You can do it with one hand, both hands. Do it very slowly. Take your time. And now slow down further. Very slow. Very slow. How would you really bring it down very slowly? Yes. And now I want you to do something. As you do this, just notice what's happening in your body, what's happening to your breath. You're not trying to pay attention to your breath, you're just doing this, but also notice what are the changes happening. I would recommend people to do it with me. Yeah. Don't make it a theory class. Don't make it a theory class. Pointless that you can get from the books. Yeah. Do it along with me. Very slow. Yeah. And now do it along with your breath. Notice. I want you to respond to this. What did you find as a difference from the time you went fast to you slowed down to the time you slowed down, really slowed down, and then in the end when you slowed down with your breath? Just open your
We
mindset.
have we have control in your body.
Uh,
According to our mind, we are just focusing on hand.
that is true. What was happening? That is what
Like
you.
I was feeling sleepy.
Yeah, very good. I'm not asking about what you did. I'm asking about what happened. This is what everyone can see. What happened? What did you
It
feel? What was the difference?
it was very calming.
Who's that? Hari. Yeah. It was very calming. Yeah, Manisha, you can go ahead and still answer. Yeah. Go ahead. Give answer. Yeah. You can put it on the
I
chat.
was I was feeling that I'm just like
Huh?
controlling my body. When you say fast, I'm just concentrating my hands to go fast. When you say slow down, just focusing on that my hand should go slow down.
Yeah, but what happened? This is what you did, my dear. My question is what happened? That's
My
what you did.
breathing was going very fast and coming slow.
Yes. After that, your breathing slowed down. What else? Yeah.
Yes.
Was feeling sleepy, very relaxed. So I slowed down. I can feel heavier. Breathing also slowed down. Yes, Ashikant. Yes, anyone else like to share?
The slower the hand moved, the breathing synchronized with the movement.
Yes. Yeah, the breathing centralized with the movement. Now, and if you notice, what I could experience was I was feeling quite a bit of like it was like what Monica also said. I was just about like very calming and I was just about to, as if I want to go to sleep. It was just so calming. I could feel my breath more and more, I was more aware of my breath at my nostrils and also my lungs filling up. I could be aware of that. Now look at this instance on a day-to-day life. Yeah. You wake up in the morning, you just get out of bed or whatever, you just get out of the bed, you go wash your face, freshen up and all that, and then maybe you get onto your go to your exercises, or you just get on and maybe make some tea, coffee, or get on to have your bath or pick up your newspaper, and then you get ready and then you get out of the house, go to work, or get onto your studies or do whatever. Now notice what's happening in this case when you are just running around and doing just whatever you're doing. If you notice what happens through that time, how many of us are really aware of what or aware of oneself, what we are doing? Or are we just going around without awareness? Yeah, as a routine. And this is what is called as habits or patterns. It's just a routine. We are not even aware. How many of you would agree with this? How many of you would agree with this? That you are not even aware. You just got up, you got ready, did whatever you did, but you're not aware on a day-to-day basis that you actually woke up, your feet for getting onto the ground, you moving your hand, you filling up that tea kettle or putting the water in the tea pot and heating it, and then you go and sitting somewhere, being aware of how you're sitting, and maybe brushing and being aware of the smell of the toothpaste. How many of us are really aware? We are actually not aware, right? Do you agree? How many of you are not aware? In fact, we don't even think about it. It's taken for granted. हमें पता ही नहीं है. Because we are not knowing this concept of mindfulness, and we are so much in a rush. And this is generally a habit or a pattern. And this is what is happening. I'm just giving you something as small as what happens in the morning. But if you notice, throughout the day, we are just caught up in patterns and we are just moving. You have to get into the rickshaw, you have to get out of rickshaw, you have to get onto work. But that also helps you because you don't have to think too much. That's true. A habit helps you get onto your work without putting in too much of thought, and it's automatic. That's a very, very important thing, a habit. But being aware of it is also very, very important because it is something, as we learn about the benefits, it's a very de-stressor mechanism. It's a very healthy de-stressor mechanism, and that's what we are going to learn today, right? So I'll bring in the screen again. Yeah. So These are called, and these are all automatic and unaware. These are all automatic and unaware. Now, what is mindfulness? As it is given on the screen, the mindfulness is a mental state achieved by focusing one's attention, awareness on the present moment, while calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensations. It's a mental state that is achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment while calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensations. In this, I use a lot in my work called core somatic integration. In fact, all my therapeutic practice is based on that. And this practice I call as witness sensing. And we are going to touch upon that a little bit. Yeah. And that is also used in major therapeutic, as a therapeutic technique where I'm treating people with asthma, bronchitis, and PCODs, migraines, cancers, and psychological disorders. I teach it to almost all my clients how to do witness sensing, how to observe to heal. Yeah, mindfulness is a big part of the therapy that I do, and I found so much of good results, and that's one of the reasons I'm also sharing this knowledge with you all. We are also going to touch upon a few bit, may not be therapeutically, but at least when you keep practicing, you become aware. You start knowing it. There is a possibility that there's a lot of, if at all, there's 100% stress that is collected or gathering, you might be able to release, like opening a valve and release some of it. So you are not touching the peak or staying at the peak again and again, which can lead to a disease. You keep coming down, and the threshold is, there is some more space and time to reach that point where the stress can impact you. So that is how mindfulness or the witness sensing techniques are very, very helpful. Yeah. So now we'll just also touch upon certain exercises so that you can practically manage or learn this and practice it. So how many of you really practice some kind of awareness technique? How many of you have been for Vipassana? No one. Okay, great.
I have.
Okay, great. Who's that?
Hari.
Good, good. Good. Very good. Very good.
I also have been, sir.
Okay, that's very good. That's very good, Sachika. Yeah. Yeah. So something similar, but may not be 100%. But what I do is that when I'm like, most of my practices are something like that, but at the same time, where Vipassana stops at the awareness bit, my work, that is core somatic integration, which I teach people how to learn, how to practice, helps to heal. So that is where it just diverges from the main path of the mindfulness. It is used for a lot of healing of major diseases. So that is what is very, very important. Now, many a times, if you notice, we are judging people, right? And we are resisting. We are reacting, right? And we are resisting. Now, if you notice, do we become aware of this? Are we really aware of this when we are doing all this? Are we really aware of it when we are doing all this? Or is it an automatic phenomena? If you notice, most of it is very automatic and we are unaware of it. It's a habit. Like I know this about myself, that when I get into rickshaws and people honk, at least sometime back, yeah, maybe sometime back, a few months back, I would suddenly turn around and say something to the rickshaw. Why do you do that? If my driver is driving and honking too much, I would not even think. It's as if something is hitting me and I just react, and I might just be very loud and scream at that person, don't do it. And it's a very automatic thing. I'm not even mindful. But when I worked upon that irritation and that reactivity, I noticed that I have the same thing happening, but at the same time, I don't react. And at the most, now I tell them, "Bhai, thoda sa shanti se chalao. It's perfectly okay if you don't go fast." But I could see a quick shift happening the moment I became mindful, that I don't need to react. I don't need to boil my blood at something that people are doing. I'm not resisting that noise. I'm allowing that noise to be a part of my system. It's not even a noise. It's become a sound, which I'm not resisting. It's become a part of my system. I'm not reacting to it. The same thing happens when I'm judging people, like even when I'm in the clinic and otherwise, I can help people learn that when they are judging, which brings about a lot of animosity or negativity that happens in a relationship. So when people become aware, especially when they're doing core somatic and all that, when they become aware, they also notice that I am very automatically reacting to my partner, to my spouse, to my friends, to my colleagues. And the moment they are aware, many a times they have come back and said that we have not been reacting so much. So that's why the aggression that might come out and that can create a problem in the work, in the relationship, that has reduced. I can be much more calmer. At the same time, I can bring about a shift in the way I communicate, and that has only enhanced my relationship. And this is what happens when you're being mindful about, right? It helps you to improve your communication also. Okay, so now when you are just being, what is the picture that you get over here? What Yeah, friends, just shout out or put it on the chat. What does this picture remind you of or tell you? Not remind you of, tell you.
Contamination.
Huh?
Contamination.
Contamination, go ahead.
Stagnant water.
Stagnant water. What is the look?
Moss, green moss and dirt.
Dirt. Yes. And how does all this look?
It looks pretty from far.
Unpleasant.
Unpleasant.
It's looking pretty from far.
Okay, that's good.
Water is beautiful.
Water is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, but the look of it is dirty. Why do you think it has become dirty? Or it has become contaminated, or it looks the way it looks?
So many
Stagnancy.
unwanted things.
It is because of unwanted things. It is because of stagnancy.
Stagnancy.
Secondly, it is also because of negligence. How many of you agree with this?
Exactly.
Yeah. And that is
Yeah.
exactly what happens when we are not paying attention to what's happening to our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our experiences that are there. If we continue the same way, it leads to a kind of stagnancy because of our negligence, because of not paying attention. And that is what, over a period of time, it crosses a threshold and that leads to disease, a discomfort in the body, a sensation which is not, we are not okay with. Yeah, and we are struggling with, and generally we are reacting from that sensation, and that is what is a disease, and that is what leads to a breakdown. Okay, now just look at this, the contrast, just in case you start paying attention, what would happen? It's almost like looking at your house and you have some dirt in and around. What do? You wake up in the morning or whatever, you have some person to clean it up, or you clean it up, you see some web and all. Why do you do that? Because you are wanting it clean. And when you start doing it, you will see that since you're cleaning it up, the house starts remaining clean, and you're also becoming more and more aware. Just in case there's little dirt also, it comes to your attention. But just imagine if there's a lot of dirt around for a lot of days, even there's a big patch somewhere, you would not come to know that there's a big patch or there's a problem out there, because you're not paying attention. And the same thing happens over here. when you're not paying attention, it leads to stagnation because of your negligence, leading to a decrease. And now when you start paying attention, this is what happens. Now, if you notice, the change happens because once you start paying attention, you start taking action. Till the time you don't pay attention, you don't take action. Once you pay attention, automatically, the moment you see the dirt, your hand goes and picks up the vacuum cleaner or the broom or whatever, and you start. And the moment it becomes cleaner, exactly like the water that is there. And that is also exactly what happens to your body. This is what I want your attention to be brought at. That when you pay attention, the energy stagnation that happens in our body because of lack of attention or negligence, the flow of energy starts in your body. And that's why when you're paying attention, you might feel, many people who are working in energy field, they say, I can feel some energy running around. That's only because you're paying attention, and that helps to remove those blocks that is causing the stagnation, or because of the stagnation, the blocks are there any which way. And once you pay attention, it starts flowing like the free water that is flowing in the river. Right? And once that starts flowing, it is almost like that you can see the depth. And if you can see the depth, or you can see anything, even the slightest dirt can be seen, and you can cleanse it. And that is what happens when we are doing some kind of the witness sensing work that I told you, or the mindfulness work that I told you. Once you start paying attention, even the slightest block or something or discomfort, immediately you start paying attention, you'll start taking some kind of action, and that is what leads to healing. So mindfulness is very, very, very important, very helpful in healing yourself. It is very, very helpful in creating clarity of the mind. It is very, very helpful to de-stress yourself. Right? Now, mindfulness is more about paying attention to what is. Mindfulness is more about being responsible of what is. Mindfulness is so much about acknowledging and accepting of what is and allowing the way it is. So it is not just I'm paying attention. Now, many a times when we are saying mindful, many people say, oh, I'm mindful about it, I'm aware of it. No, we are not. Not every time. Yeah, and remember, many of us equate thinking to mindfulness. That I'm thinking, I'm mindful. No, when you're thinking, you're not mindful, not necessarily, because that could be a ruminating process that you're stuck in. So it is not necessary that overthinking and all that I have been thinking so many things, that's why I'm aware. No, it's an automatic mechanism. Do not equate your automatic thinking to mindfulness. It is not the right, not appropriate, or the appropriate meaning, right meaning of that. Mindfulness, you are paying attention to what is happening, but you are also a bit dissociated from it. It is like this is happening and I'm able to see it. You're also taking responsibility of it. When you're ruminating, it is not necessary that you are taking responsibility, because it's automatic. You're not even aware that it's happening. You just know that something is whirling inside, and you're acknowledging and accepting of what is. Now that's like a big responsibility, and you're allowing it the way it is. Yeah, that's like deeper meanings of mindfulness. Yeah, so how many of you are clear on this till now? Is it clear?
Sir, if someone is avoiding us, if they are not giving attention to us, so how to be calm in that time, how to not react on that time? Like, we are paying attention to them, but other people are not, like, they're not considering us. So
Mindfulness is
how
not
should
about paying attention to someone else, my dear.
it is to us? Okay.
It is mindful. You're
Yeah.
looking at someone looking at you. Okay, that also you have to figure out when you're going inside. You have to check what's happening inside you, because there is something in you that is making you not comfortable with not getting attention from someone else. Am I making sense?
Okay, okay.
And this is not a today's phenomena. This could generally be a childhood phenomena. You'll have to check. Even in childhood, I felt that I was not getting attention. Is it so?
Okay. No,
Check it.
no.
Yeah.
Hi, doctor. Could it be that when you're a child, you're getting a lot of attention and now you're not getting attention?
Not necessary. Not necessary. Because I'm also clarifying that that is not mindfulness what she's talking about. She's talking about, I am giving attention, that is not mindful. That is, I'm paying attention to someone else. I'm saying being mindful of oneself, of what's happening in your body. Remember, bodily sensations, thoughts, and feelings. When we are talking about thoughts, feelings, and body sensations, it's about me. It's not about someone else. It's not about paying attention to someone else. Yes, we can look at paying attention to the behavior, but we are still looking at what am I feeling? Am I judging, resisting, reacting? What am I doing? That is what is mindfulness. Okay. Now we are going back to this. It's about dropping your resistance. The more you resist, the more you persist. The more you accept, the more it transforms, and being with the bodily experiences transforms. And that is exactly what we talked about, the witness sensing. The more you're resisting, the more the problem will stay with you. But the more you accept what is happening, it will transform. And what the main way of accepting or transforming something is not just about that I have this thought and I accept it. It's about being with the bodily experience. That's the deeper part of it, which many of us don't realize. It's just about, oh, I have this thought and I accept it. No, it is not so easy. That's not, I believe, the exact way, and may not be the very easy to do it, because the thoughts keep fleeting. It can keep going fast. But if you are being with your bodily experiences, you can see it, and that is where the energy blocks are expressing itself in the form of symptoms. So when you become aware, or when you notice it, it unblocks itself and the energy gets released, and that is what is really transformative. Mindfulness is about taking responsibility of your emotions. This is what is important. It is taking responsibility of your emotions. It's not about looking at other person and seeing what they are doing and why they are not paying attention to me. Then again, when you say that they are not paying attention to me, you have lost the mindfulness, because your attention is outside, not within. And it reduces the blame game. And that's why I said it is very, very helpful in resolving relationship, because it makes you less judgmental and you're not playing the victim card. Yeah, it brings you in the present moment. Very, very important. Remember, when you are in the present moment, the past that is there, that doesn't affect you or affect your behavior, thought processes, and your emotions, and thereby you are able to take the actions coming from what is required in the current moment, creating the kind of future you really want to. Otherwise, most of the times we are only recreating the past. We are only recreating the past because we are not mindful. That's why if you notice that the same kind of mistakes we keep doing, or the same kind of company we continue with, or we are ending up with, like that person cheated me, betrayed me, made a fool of me, but somehow I get into another relationship where I get cheated, fooled, and all those things, or something happens and it is so similar. That's only because we are not in the present. We are only repeating the past again and again. And mindfulness helps you get out of that. It enhances the awareness of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. It makes you more accepting and more flowing. Yeah. It reduces anxiety. This is what is the benefits. Relieves chronic pains, induces sound sleep, calms mind, integrates emotions, integrates the mind and body. It decreases the stress. Okay. So very quickly, what we'll do is that we'll very quickly go into some kind of practices. Yeah. So let's do this. Yeah. So how many of you really want to learn how to get into a very quick mindfulness practice? Yeah, let's do that. You can give me a thumbs up also. Yeah, very good, very good. Yeah. So first of all, let's do this. Let's do a 3-3-3 practice. Yeah, let's do a 3-3-3 practice. Very simple. Yeah. So all you got to do is look at 3 things around you. Just 1, 2, 3. Now it is not like this, huh? You have to be saying there's a tube light, there's this AC, and there's this watch. There is this mobile, there is this, and there is the sofa. Just look at 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now hear 3 sounds. Different sounds. 1, 2, 3. And now 3 sensations, body sensations. I can feel the touch of my clothes on the body. I can feel the touch of the chair on my thighs or the back. And I can feel the collar. I can feel the chain on my neck. I can feel my hair on my face. Any 3 things. Do it again. 3 visuals. Make it slow. Be aware of 3 sounds around you. You can also go a bit more distant. I have seen this very helpful. थोड़ा दूर का आवाज सुनो. Or it can be closer. You can hear the sound of your breath or kuch nahi hai. And then 3 body sensations again. And tell me, once you are done, how are you feeling?
Feeling sleepy.
Yeah. I saw you closing. Yeah. How many of you are feeling sleepy? More grounded, yes. You just notice how much it can help you get good sleep. And most of us, many of them I've seen as clients, they are like going to get sleep medicines and all. You don't need it. I've had people who have been taking 10, 20 tablets per day. I have someone who was taking 17 tablets a day. Sleep, depression, anxiety, this, that, and everything possible. And after doing therapies and all that and doing all this, she has stopped all the medicines. It's been almost 8 years now. So that is the kind of change that can happen. I've had people who have been struggling in the relationships, fighting, wanting to have a divorce. But with all these practices, the divorce is out. There's no problem with that, but they have come together. They went ahead. They build up their family. They have kids and all that. But some earlier, long time back, they just didn't want to be together. So these are the kind of cases that can happen when you're just being mindful about what's happening. When you start looking at and take responsibility of what you are doing in this whole bargain. But most of us are not aware. And there's nothing wrong about it. And why do you think we are not aware? Why do we think we are not mindful?
Programming.
Programming, go ahead.
Unresolved issues.
Unresolved issues.
Too many thoughts overflowing the mind.
What else?
Habit.
Habit. One of the main reasons I found,
Stress.
stress. One of the reasons I found, very simple, we are not trained in it. Think about it. Stress is there, habits are there. Yes, so habits so kaise bhi hone wala hi hai. Whatever said in the habits are bound to be there. Stress is bound to be there. If you're alive, you will have stress. The reason is that we are not trained to be mindful. No one teaches us this. How many of us say that, okay, you're feeling this, just pay attention to your breath and your body sensations. Notice what's happening. How many of us have been told? At least I was never told. Do you agree with this? We are never told that. So there's no one to blame, huh? Very simple reason, because the ones who didn't tell us, or who were supposed to tell us, who were supposed to train us, they also didn't know because no one trained them. Whom can you blame? Right? So I tell this people that the crab walks like the mother crab. Yeah? The crab, the daughter crab walks like the mother crab. So we are learning from our parents and we are teaching our children. They have learned from their parents and our children are going to teach, but no one is going to teach mindfulness because no one has learned mindfulness or no one has been trained in mindfulness. Yeah. So start to doing that. And this is one simple exercise, 3, 3, 3. Are we together? So let's look further at some more exercises. Any questions you want to ask? What are the other ways you can be mindful? Tell me. Anyone? What are the other ways you can be mindful?
Breathing exercise.
Breathing. Very good. We'll do that. Yeah. What are other ways you can be mindful?
Mindful walking, mindful eating, mindful washing.
Okay.
Aware, whatever we're doing, sir. Being aware.
Journaling.
Huh?
Journaling.
Journaling. Yes, journaling is one way. What is journaling?
Writing your thoughts down without letting them breathe or change.
Okay, brilliant. So writing down your daily thoughts, whatever is happening also. So you start becoming aware. The more you become aware, the more it starts changing itself. Yeah. So just becoming aware of that. Anything else?
Listening to calm music.
Listening to calm music, listening and becoming aware what is the kind of music you're listening to. Just listening, it doesn't matter. It might be just some kind of noise then.
Tapping exercise on your eyes.
Tapping.
There is an exercise
Yeah,
here, the tap exercise.
Yeah,
EFT, they say.
Very good, beautiful. So some of the ways is like just tapping. Yeah, it is not necessary eye, but you can just tap your body parts. You become more aware and then pay attention to it. That's another way. Okay. What else? So as someone already mentioned, eating. Many of us eat and we are not even aware of the eating that we do. We just pick up, we just put it in our mouth, and then maybe we are talking to someone or we're watching TV or whatever we are doing, and we just keep doing that. Are you getting me? Or we are working on the computer and having our breakfast. So basically, we are not becoming aware at that time. So if you can, pick up an apple or a fruit, and when you're biting into it, just feel the juice going into your mouth. Feel the bite on the fruit or the slice that goes into your mouth. Just feel it you don't have to keep it in your mouth for a minute or two. You can, that will be very helpful. But you can just feel it and you just bite into it and you'll notice the juice going into your mouth and start learning more of mindfulness. You are learning more of mindfulness with that. Are we together? So that is one. Secondly, someone said that walking. How do you become mindful about walking? Anyone?
The
Go ahead.
pressure of our footsteps, aware the pressure of our footsteps.
Yes, becoming aware of the pressure of our footsteps. Yeah.
Observing our body while walking, sir.
Yes, dear.
Observing our body while walking.
Yes, very right.
And the feel that touch, food and the floor.
Yes, yes.
The more
Sir, I
you
am
get
Reni.
tired, the
Sir,
more
I am
you.
Reni.
I got it, Reni. The
Yeah.
tone I heard and I said this cannot be anyone else other than Reni.
Yeah. No, yeah, I will turn on. Yeah.
Acha.
Yes.
Now,
Yes. Okay, sir.
when you're walking, It's not just the pressure. So I teach on Saturdays in the morning, 7:30 to 8:30 on Zoom. I teach Tai Chi and Qigong, and that's completely a mindfulness exercise. And in that, how do you feel your feet? How do you feel your body? And how do you feel your breath? And this is one of the highest form of mindfulness exercise that can be learned. Yeah, just becoming aware of your balance. And many people who are there in that practice, they have said that our arthritis is reduced, our breathing has got much more fuller, our sleep is much more better, we are much more calmer. How does that happen? That only happens because of the mindfulness that is there embedded in the Tai Chi and Qigong exercise. And I basically teach them for mindfulness, awareness, and healing. I am not teaching it for strength building or fighting and all that. No, that's another form. This is yang form. So that is, and in that, when you're placing your foot also, there's a lot of awareness. Like as I'm showing it, there's a lot of awareness. This is how we place the foot. Or when you move it, whether you're moving diagonally 35 degrees, 45 degrees. So when you start doing it, you become oriented with how your body is moving, which way it is moving. And you can coordinate the rest of the body, and that is very, very helpful. So yes, walking is very, very helpful. You can also wake up in the morning or whenever you have time, and when you walk on the grass or whatever, you can be doing it barefoot and just place and go slow. In order to be mindful, it is helpful to start slow. Then as you do it over a period of time, you will start noticing that even if you're walking fast, you'll start becoming mindful. So take out some time, maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes of in the daytime, whenever, or in the morning or evening, or just be mindful about it. How am I placing my hand? Where do I place my hand? Can I feel my hands on my thighs? Can I feel the sofa underneath my thighs, or the ground under my feet? Okay, so shall we do this very quickly? So wherever you are, you're going to do the second one. Feel your body. Feel your feet on the ground. This is one of the Tai Chi and Qigong exercises. Huh? Meditation. Not exercise, is meditation. Feel your feet on the ground, or if you're sitting cross-legged, notice how does it make you feel. Yeah, just feel your feet on the ground. Do not try to analyze it. Just notice the sensation of your feet on the ground. And slowly look at how does it feel in your calf muscles. And slowly moving up, feel the way you're seated on the sofa or the mattress or the ground. Feel the pressure. And also notice where does that pressure, how far the pressure moves. Or that feet on the ground, if it is cold, just notice how much is the coldness moving and where all it's moving. Where is the back? Is the back touching the mattress, or if you're leaning down or something? So just especially the pressure, this could be one of the exercises where you're just feeling the pressure. And this is one of the best ones because you can feel it. Your hands, wherever it's touching, either your own body or it's on the mattress or the place where you sit, or the hands on each other. Just notice the touch, the sensation. Feel how the shoulders feel. Are they relaxed or are they tight? The neck, the head on the shoulders. How does it feel? Or and your head. What are you feeling in your head? Maintain a little bit of awareness. Remember, mindfulness is all about having that slight amount of awareness at all times. It's not about going off to sleep, though it will lead many a times, just lead you into a very relaxing sleep. But that's perfect, and that's perfectly okay. And that is where we have to head to, because that is a very relaxing mechanism. And now pay attention to your breath. And as I said, this is Tai Chi and Qigong where I'm using this. Notice the attention going into your lower belly, like just behind the belt area. Your belly is filling up and relaxing, filling up and relaxing. And you're just going a little more deeper than before. Breathe in deep and breathe out. Yeah. Please share. How are you feeling?
Mind is cool.
Yes, Sanju.
Mind is cool.
Yes, I got that, Sanju. Very good. Anyone else?
Slept almost.
Slept almost. That's good. Yeah. How many of you felt? Huh?
Felt sleepy and I felt some heaviness near my calf.
Yes, that can happen. Yeah. And you just have to pay attention to it. That is what is the crux of the core somatic witness sensing process. You don't react or you don't change anything. You just be with it and you allow it to happen. And many a times what happens that it breaks through that symptom. A lot of release, that is called a discharge, and that is where the healing starts. Yeah, and then it has to be directed in a particular way, but that's becomes the base of healing. Yeah, good. Yeah, so how many of you, yeah, Rita, slept almost sleepy? Very good. Mind became quite relaxed. So you see, slept almost, no thoughts, just still. So you see how simple it is to bring down your thoughts. Like people say, oh, I don't want to have thoughts, I want to stop it. How many of you struggle with your thoughts? I don't want to have thoughts, I want to. So basically, this is one of the simplest way. Instead of struggling with the thoughts, you pay attention to the thoughts. You pay attention to what's happening within you. You pay attention to your breath. You pay attention to your body sensations, and automatically thoughts will start reducing. So it is one of the good ways of dealing with overthinking. Right? Yeah. Any questions till here?
The 333 exercise while searching for the object, or I should be close or open?
You tell me.
Open, sir. Open?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Anyone else? Any questions? Okay, let me figure out what else can be taught. Yeah, so here also, we also learned a little bit on body scanning just now. Yeah, we haven't done completely a body scanning thing, but yes, we also learned about a little about the nature, walking in the grass and all that. Yeah, now the last thing we'll do is just observing your breath. We already did it, but this is one of the simplest exercises that you can do in order to bring your thoughts under control or de-stressing yourself. Yeah, all you got to do is pay attention over here. Can you see this? Yeah, so everybody just pay attention over here at your nostrils, just at your nostrils. Take your time, just pay attention to your nostrils. This is a very, very calming session. The reason is that we are doing mindfulness. Otherwise, most of the sessions are very quick and fast, but here we are learning. And as I said, I want to teach something on the practical side rather than just theory side. And if you actually notice, this is some practice that you can have through the whole day, the body, the breath. Just paying attention to the opening, at the opening of the nostrils, or just in the nostrils. This is also called as anapan in Vipassana. Let's do this for some time. And whatever we learned earlier, if there are any sounds coming from the sides, from any side or anywhere, just imagine, you just pay attention to the sound and allow that to take you a bit more deeper. So you're not reacting to the sound, you're just responding, you're just becoming aware. And at the same time, you're looking at what are you feeling? What is your changes in the breath on hearing any noise? We're going deeper and deeper. Yeah. You feel like you may stretch, move, open your eyes. Pay attention to your breath. Stretch, move, open your eyes. Notice how you're feeling. Thank you, Monica. Huh?
Feeling energetic, sir.
Feeling energetic,
Feeling very calm and relaxed.
feeling very calm and relaxed.
Flute voice that also made some calming.
Effect.
That also calmed somewhat.
Very good. Relaxed. Yes. Thank you, Mita. Thank you, Mita. Good, Mita. Relaxed, feeling calm, Smita. Great. Any questions? Yeah, feeling better, Manisha. Good. Any questions you want to ask?
When we are doing this exercise, my kid was distracting me a lot, but then too I didn't react it. I just allow her to accept and just keep doing the same thing.
Tell the child to also pay attention to the breath.
Exactly.
Yeah. What else? Okay. Any questions you have? How did you find the session today? Was it helpful?
Yeah, it was very good. And sometimes while meditating, I thought, why I'm not able to go deeper or concentrate. And now today I realized because of all that kachra, all that comes up. So, you showed the clean water, clean and steady water. So I got that I need to filter out all this kachra, then I can go deeper.
Yeah. So basically, Nilanshu, you don't need to. Again, you will be going into working and putting efforts. The idea of mindfulness, we are not here putting efforts. We are just paying attention. So when the thoughts come in, you just pay attention to the thoughts, they will go away. And you pay attention to your breath and your body sensations. If you struggle with your thoughts, if you say, oh, this should not come, I have to go deeper, don't worry, you will go deeper. But you have to just pay attention to that thoughts coming and going. And slowly you will notice suddenly the thoughts will reduce because you're paying attention to You're allowing them to go and you're paying attention to your breath and your body sensation. That would be very helpful. Because I can see a lot of trying in whatever you're saying. And a lot of compulsion. I need to.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Got it? Yeah. Anyone else? Get relaxed from unnecessary thought. It heals my mind. Yes, Gunjan. Good, good, good. Okay. Shall we close? Anyone wants to say anything? No one. No one. No one. Good night.